Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. Aye, straight in. Mickey F. Zeno, welcome, guys. Oh, here he is, straight in. There he is.
What's going on?
All good?
Yeah.
I'll let you grab one. What's going on, Ronan? Sorry if I miss people out, but welcome, everyone. There's an absolute bombardment of everyone. So I will explain to everyone now what we're going to do and what we're doing a bit differently in today's bit random one, but I want to get the man involved over there. Obviously had a really good interview 3 weeks ago now, Fernandes, was it? 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
So we're just trying to get his story out there because I think where he's gone from literally nothing into the pro game, it's kind of gone under the radar. We're just trying to make it sure. Hiya, Hayden. Good to see you in there, Bradley. He's going to do a role reversal. I'm going to ask Michael 5 questions. It's going to be real laid back. Michael's going to ask me 5 questions. And then we're going to ask you guys to ask 5 or 10 questions, especially of Michael, guys. If you want to throw something my way, more than welcome. But the main aim of this is the man down there. Can we get him some real good questions, guys? And you can get some insight and a bit of knowledge about what it took to get where he is, what he went through, some of the trials and tribulations, and if there's anything else, he can give a bit of advice on to everyone his end. So we'll give everyone 2 minutes to invite everyone in. I know Michael wants to get on a few people. I see a few people jumping in now, guys. So let me just go ahead and invite a load of people, ask a load of people to get some invites out. So we'll give everyone 2 minutes, guys, to get everyone in. Please bear with us. We're going to do some questions. They're all pre-planned. And then it'll give you a chance for you guys to have a bit of the questions, Q&A, and ask Michael anything you want. But like I said, guys, he's got a real interesting story. Some of the things that he's went through are literally about madness. And I think it'll be good for everyone else to see what's going on in the life of Michael Fernandes, how he's got to where he is. So, Michael, I see out of the way they're getting it. You good?
Yeah.
All right, so just to explain it, guys, I've got my 5 questions. Michael's got his questions on his side. He's going to ask me his 5 questions first. I'm interested to see what he's going to say. And then he's going to put 5 back at Jay Barton. I can't agree more. He deserves it. Well said. Hit the nail on the head. So, guys, just 30 seconds. He's going to throw his 5 questions at me. I'll give everyone 30 seconds just to get everyone that they want. I know there's going to be a few people jumping in and out, but there's a few people in particular that are really interested to see what this man's got. Because the same situation, he had literally nothing and built his way up to where he is now with pro football at Colchester United. Mickey, yeah, let's go. Role reversal, mate. Roles of these wrote down, actually, these questions.
Yeah.
Zach, you wrote them down? Wow, okay, all right, decent. Let's go with this. I don't know how bad these are going to be, I can't lie.
What's your biggest conquest memory? What do you think your biggest achievement is?
I had a feeling he was going to ask this. Biggest achievement is definitely I wouldn't go one achievement. My biggest achievement though is getting players like you that come from nothing at all and get them signed. I can't tell you the reward and even the relief inside is to say Michael Fernandes literally comes from nothing. On a council estate, Brentford, everything stacked against him, time after time getting no, and then to see him actually signing for a contract when he was playing in muddy Redleys Park, for me is so. I can't even tell you the satisfaction of that. But then on another note, the one thing that if I could ever go back in time, and I don't ever go with 2 goats. Thank you, Mr. Civic. We appreciate that. The one thing I would say, if I could ever go back in time, I would love to redo the tours. With that same group of boys we had, those tours, MIC, 15, 16, 17, Gothia, some of the memories I took there, I'll take to the grave with me. I can't even, some of the things on there, there's PG stuff I can't, as in the things that we went through were just complete madnesses. And I know there's people in the comments that are going to be what the hell happened there? But I can't even explain it. If you weren't there, you wouldn't believe when I said what I said went on anyway. So there's no point being explaining it because some of the things are literally in out one and out the other. But yeah, greatest achievement for me is getting people like you from like nothing to playing pro football is like such a like motivation. Like I can't tell you the relief I get from like even like Toby coming in there, like the kids come from like literally nothing, lives in Feltham, and like he's a pro footballer playing every game. Like that to me is so rewarding.
Cool. Next question. Are you asking me a question?
Alright, do you want me to ask you what? We'll go one on one.
Yeah.
I can't lie though, yeah. I'm not throwing you under the bus, yeah. Quick fire doesn't exist. Or come on, like, come on, Lily, give me some help here.
All right, cool. Oh, the fire alarm.
Some of these are a bit hard.
All right. So next, I'll give you a next. We'll give two, yeah.
Alright, 2-2.
So next question is, so now that you've done all that, now that they're your memories and that, like going forward, what are you gonna do? Like,
oh wow, how have you done this to me? Wow. Alright.
do you feel? The question is basically like, do you feel that you've accomplished it all? If not, like, what are you gonna accomplish?
No way, no way. Like, if someone said to me, is Michael Fernandes going to play in the Premier? It's more like, when is Michael Fernandes going to play in the Premier? Like, that's me getting like, then I'm getting close to like, okay, mission accomplished, close to it. Still not there, but like, that's then, all right, now I've done what I needed to do. Like, I've got people here still unsigned that I'm saying, like, there's people in the champ that I'm watching every week. Like, I'm going to watch Toby Brad, and there's people jumping, like, how the hell is this guy on the pitch? Like, what the hell is going on here? And that's unsigned ones. Like, if someone said to me, just to play, like, the 14 of the guys with us now that on pro terms, like, they should be playing Prem and Champ football at a minimum. So, yeah, to even say that it's close to being accomplished is like a complete like understatement. Like, I'm not going to try and go on the bigger picture of all the players, but yeah, just talking about you as you're in it, like, without blowing trumpets up your backside, if you don't play Prem, I'm telling this now on camera, this is recorded, that man in the camera has failed. I'm telling you now, guys, and if you haven't heard his name, write his name down. I promise you now, he's gonna, like, people, it will lead on to one of my questions, but he's gonna be a household name very, very soon. So, like, get all the advice you can take now. I mean that sincerely. 2, yeah? Are you ready for my ones? I'm not throwing you under the bus. I'm just giving, they're a bit hard, isn't it?
I'm ready.
Alright, cool. Question 1. What is your best moment / memory at Conquest and why?
Oh. I knew that was gonna be a question.
One was gonna come with it, yeah. Go
on. I say best memory is probably the tours. Like the tours, even though we didn't win, but I think I'd say Gothia, because Gothia, like group stages, we were smashing teams, that was good vibe.
Yeah.
And obviously in Barca, when we went to the Barca tours, didn't really quite go to plan, but either Gothia or playing Aspire, and it was a close game. Like, that game literally gave everything. Everyone fell to their like backside after the game when that whistle blew. Everyone was blowing, and it hurt more because everyone put so much effort in. Yeah. So it's hard for the people watching to understand. You get me? Like, it was in a whole other country, but yeah, it's crazy. And there you go, Sanking, MIC 15 losing to us against Aspire.
Sanking, like, I can't. That's the one time where I've honestly like cried my eyes out, like literally couldn't even speak afterwards. Like, what happened on that is like completely went.
I remember my mum called me after the game. Yeah. Like, oh, what happened? Did you win or lose? And I was like, oh, we lost, and I just broke into tears. I was like, ah.
Thank God. Yeah, it was crazy. And best moment then? That's your best memory. What's your best moment and why?
Best moment. Wow. Do you know what? It's under 18s. I'd say under 18s. Like, first, I think it was 10 games. Scored a hat trick every single the first 10 games. And the bet me and Conor had was he'd buy my first car if I got to, I think, what was the bet? 12 games.
You got to 12 games on a hat trick. This was made, it wasn't planned. We made it at 0. Like, that is the honest truth. Before he even made his first hat trick, I was like, he's going to smash the first couple of games. Like, we had some run on, but we had a couple of others, so he's never getting a hat trick. And he was like to me, oh, I'll get to 5. And I was like, there's no one doing 5 because you could probably just turn it on, so I'll do it. Then he was like, all right, let's make it 8. And I was like, no, 15. And in the end, it was 12, yeah? And I remember this vividly. Like, when he
Wait. I'm remembering now.
So,
The first bet, the original bet was 8. And then I got to 8 and he panicked.
Yeah.
You started panicking. He was like, nah. Let's do 12. I said 12. Like, yeah, should have wrote it down. Had him signing it.
Yeah. You didn't get to 12 though. Anyway, you got to 10 and that was it. And I said to you, you only scored 2 on the 11th. I remember. So
yeah.
The bet was lost anyway.
he probably took me off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dragging me off, Harry.
Yeah. Yeah. There was no. It had to be changed. Second one, they're getting hard now, so I'm just pre-warning everyone here because this is going to be a bit of advice. Take it on board. What was the hardest / toughest moment you faced before signing your pro? Now I know
have to be.
Have a think. I know it's hard on this deep.
It's gonna have to be like going on trial at clubs and getting those really. Like you go there and I know like I'm not even gonna downgrade myself. Like I knew I was better than what they had there, and it was like they were saying no due to like other clubs wanting more money and things like that. Like things that weren't in my power that I couldn't control. So I was going there, giving it my best, and then clubs are turning around because of other things, not my ability.
And like just tailing off that for a bit, because I want to try and get the people on it, because I know a lot of people are asking about like what it took to get to where you are. Like, was that like how mentally draining was that? Someone saying to you that yeah, you're good enough, but something that's out of your control is the reason you're not getting a pro contract. Like literally zero control over it.
Yeah, like in the back of my head, I always thought like, well, they're not saying my football ability isn't there, so it kind of motivated me. Like I know it sounds weird, I'm saying this most draining moment, but like it motivated me in a sense of every day I woke up and went and trained, I knew like you're of the level, so carry on doing what you're doing. Like one day you're gonna get your chance. So obviously waited, went into non-league, done my thing in non-league, and luckily got a move. Not luckily, well, got a deserved move really.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Deserves a valid point. Fair dues. All right, question 3. Let's have you.
Question 3. This one's a good one still. What motivates you to do, like, what motivated you to start getting these kids pros? What motivates you now? Because you've done it. Like, as much as you want to say, you're going to respond, there's still others that you want to make pro, but like, what is it that's motivating you? Like, actually, I'm going to say it on here. He's my agent, and when I signed my contract, he didn't take any money from the club. Like, he didn't take on a signing fee. And he's done that with all of his players. So when people think, oh, yeah, he's an agent because he's in it for the money, like, he's not in it for the money. He's here because he wants to do something. I don't know what motivates him. So it'll be a good time for him to explain what motivates him.
I've got clear why. You know what I mean? Like, as in, I've got a real good bond with, like, that 14 core of you now that are there, and there's 20 in total that I genuinely believe, like, someone like Michael, and listen, I'm only talking about Michael because he's there, so this is no disrespect to the other pros I've got on my books or like the other ones that are coming through, but like on a personal level to Michael, like there's loads of faults with him, yeah, and he'll be the first to admit it, but like deep down he's clean-hearted. Like the bond we've got is like irreplaceable. Like as in, it don't matter what someone says to Michael, and I always say to all the boys, like, if you took all the money in the world and everything away from both of us, we'd still be the same people. Like, and I mean that. So like, I made a promise to him. Like when I sat down, I'm a big believer in like when you promise something, like you've got, like, regardless if you lose something yourself, you've got to deliver. Like even if I end up losing out of it, like I made a promise to Michael that everything in my power, I'll try and make you a pro. Like I can't guarantee you pro football, but I told him, like, you've got the ability to play football. Like I can help you do it. And I said to him at the start, I'll do my part. You just do your bit on the pitch. Like, as in, I'll stay true. Like no matter what happens, don't ever switch up. We've got each other. You go do your thing. And for me, like, trust and loyalty is so underrated. Like if agent and player and coach and player had actual trust, like there'd be so many more players. And then going back to the point, that's on a personal level to Michael, but like going back to the point of like why do I do is like the thing that winds me up more is not necessarily the ones that I know can play pro. It's all of the ones that have the ability to play pro but don't have the opportunity to do so. Like I can give you countless examples, and I'm not going to sit here on my side and slate local like grassroots clubs, but there's so many out there that the coach, the teacher, whatever their area, it's not their job. And I get there's certain constraints, but if someone actually gave kids an actual chance, boys or girls, and actually like took aside, just go and get there, oh, I've got to win my trophy, whatever it takes, actually give them a chance like we did with people like Michael. And listen, I'm not gonna like beat around the bush. Michael could play football before he came to Conquest. Like no one's deluded enough to say that, yeah. But instead of blowing backside, we worked on the things that he needed to work on. We were real with him. Like we said to him, like the ability to be a big player in this game. Like don't waste your ability. Like you literally got everything in your things. Like there's a Conquest I always say about like a light switch. Like he's got the ability to turn up to a pitch and switch a light, like literally switch it off, and the game's his. So if you've got that ability, why would you ever not use that every day? Like for me, that's like it's almost criminal. Like Michael's got so much to go out there and do something. If he doesn't choose to turn on that switch one game, like he's only letting himself down. Like forget everything else about why he's doing what he's doing and who he's got it for. Like he's only letting himself down. And I wish so many more people out there, like these coaches, would actually give these kids a chance. Like there's times I turn up and I look at like we'll play like I don't know like Ballum or something like in the middle of nowhere, and I think like that right back is so like how is he not somewhere? Like if he was just given the opportunity, like coach 4 times a week like an academy player would, because of either like financial reasons or where he lives. If everyone like took that side, do you know how many more players would get on from grassroots football? Like it's scary. And like it got to stage where I looked at it like I was having Michael Fernandes turn up to Redleys Park. Like the kid should be playing at Chelsea, and he turned up at Redleys Park covered in mud. I don't know if you've been to Redleys and but like trust me, there's better parks in the world. He's covered in mud, literally top to toe. And I've got to convince him after the session, don't worry, Michael, it's coming. I had to do that for 3.5 years. Yeah, 3.5 years I had to tell this kid, trust me, your chance is coming. I mean, I don't want to see that club up. They're double-digit clubs that man's been to, and has been given so many goals, and I look at them and say, like, there is something wrong with him. And try and get someone that's from the street and, like, keep Michael's head straight of, I'm bigger and better than someone saying no. Because at the end of the day, it's one person's opinion. Like, just one person said no to Michael. If we can get over that fact that he's able to do what we know he can do, then listen, I can't say it enough, yeah, without blowing bubbles on back like that. If you don't know about Michael Fernandes, trust me, put the name down. As in, like, you are really, really, really going to be scared. In 2 years' time, don't say, like, we told you so, I knew about Michael. Because I'm telling you now, when he's not even getting on the pitch, like, the kid is scary when he gets given a chance. Like, this is game over when he gets a chance. So, yeah, that's why I do what I do. 4.
Next one. 4.
Can you believe I just got off on a tangent?
Next one. What's the best thing you look back on and say, I'm proud of that? So as much as you overall, you're going to say making a lot of us pros, bar that.
All right, I'll give one of, yeah? I'm not going to say the best, but I'll give one of. And I swear to you now, this isn't just because he's on the live, yeah? Is if you, like, I can't go into depth of it, yeah? And you guys need to read between the lines, see what's going on, yeah? If you saw where Michael Fernandes came from and his situation, what he's got around him and like what he's had to deal with in everyday life to where he is now, like the day he signed his pro, like was like the relief and like the passion that had gone into getting him there and like the hard work from all parties involved, like I can't tell you like the tick box that was. Like that was for us, yeah. And don't get me wrong, that's why I think a lot of you look at Mike Fernandes and go like, oh, he doesn't really seem that gassed that he's where he is, yeah. Like this is part of the bigger picture. Like we're only like step 2 or 3. Like you guys are just waiting on us. As in like the man's got a plan. So when he got to the third game and said like, Conor, we've got this. Like I'm gonna listen to you. Like I know what we're gonna do. I can tell you hand on heart, like he does things wrong, but he's always got a plan in the backside that he knows what he's doing. And for me, like I'm not going to give it to like a definitive one because obviously my relationship, and I say this to all the Conquest players, is different to every single one. I have a different relationship with him than I do to every single pro. But one of the big things for me was like him saying like, I'm coming from here, like I'm getting kicked out of school, like suspended, I need to do work experience with you. Like the things that kid's gone through to then sign a professional contract is like for me, there's not a lot of things going to be able to top that. Like he can go play in the Champions League now, and I don't know if you'd get the same in the league what he's come from to where he is now. Like I can't, like some of the stories you saw where he's come from is like mad. Like you look there, like facts about his brothers putting in there, like those, like if you know, you know, like his brother sat there. I can tell you funny stories about this kid has come from like nothing to even get to put his name on a pro contract is scary, like so scary what this kid's gonna do. So scary. So scary. Louis, guys, everyone else, hello. Sorry if I'm not doing it. I'm going off tangent as ever. So I've got Michael's hard ones now, guys, yeah? So this is for you guys out there, a true underdog story to make movies about stuff like it. Honestly, Faris, like, we've teed you up for this already, Faris. I've told you about the name, yeah? This one's coming. There's a movie pending, and it's got your name on it, Faris, yeah? So this is make sure you get into this one early. Question 3, guys, from me to Michael. For your everyday boy/girl who is looking to make it, and by make it, I mean play pro football, guys. What did you do to get to where you got to? And what advice would you give to anyone else, whether they're 5 or 50, to get to where it is? Yeah, next time Harry's looking this 5, I can believe it. I appreciate that, Sankin. Thank you, mate. I appreciate that.
Wow. There's so many things.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, I'd physically write down on a piece of paper what your plan is. So don't rely on anyone to come to you and say, this is what you need to do. Do what you think is right. So from sitting there and physically writing down your targets for the week. So I don't know, if you're older and you have a job, but you want to be a pro footballer, like in between your job, what can you do to get you closer to being a professional footballer? Even motivating yourself, like mentally helping yourself get there. So, I mean, like, I don't know if you guys know about Eric Thomas, like motivational speaker.
I knew the shout out for ET was coming.
Like, just put on a video of him speaking facts about how to motivate yourself throughout the day and stay motivated to wake up every day and go for a run, or motivate yourself to go get a ball by yourself in the cage. Like, I know you're probably thinking like none of the pros done that. Like Ronaldo didn't have to go do that, but you don't know that. Like, you don't know what work he put in. He might not speak about it because he's got no time to do it. But trust me, like the little things work. So listening to that motivational video for 10, 15 minutes, that's going to motivate you for the rest of the week. Boom, that's week done. You've done 6 runs in the week. You've done, I don't know, 6,000 touches of the ball in that week. And you know you're getting closer. Like, you need to compare yourself to the pros. So when I was working towards it, I was thinking like, I was training with Conquest, and then I was asking Conor like, oh, can we do extras? Because they're outworking us. They're training every single day and then playing a match. Like, I need to be able to train every single day as well, even though Conquest don't train every day. So luckily at Conquest, we had how many sessions a week? Did we train on Monday?
Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday gym, Wednesday training session, Thursday development center that I shouldn't have been at, but I was at.
Yeah.
And then Friday, talent ID session. Like, all them sessions was like, I was happy to come home from school. I'm like, yeah, boom, got Conquest training, let's go. Like, sometimes even take Kit to school because I'll get there an hour early just to talk to these, like, the people that I want to be around. You need to surround yourself with people that are going to motivate you. So,
good advice. So you're big on surroundings as well, like environment.
Yeah, 100%. If you surround yourself with a bunch of people that aren't going where you're going, you're just going to end up like them. You surround yourself with 3 millionaires, you're going to become a millionaire.
Yeah, good thing. That's it. Same thing like Saturday Red Leaves. Everyone does that. Harry and Abs. Harry's on it somewhere as well. Let me tell you, Harry's had that session for ages, and it always revolved in him and Abs getting involved at the end. So they're definitely on it. Harry will definitely get in the meeting. We know about Saturday Red Leaves. AJ's got it as well. Look, Saturday Red Leaves was coming. 100%. Yeah, guys, like I said, just put on a big point, like, he's big on it, yeah. Put yourself, hang around with 5 idiots, like, you're going to be the 6th. Like honestly, surroundings, like he's hitting now on the head. Honestly, like,
That's the one.
So underrated. Question number 4. This is a hard one, yeah. Bit on the spot. Who is the most underrated player you've played with and why? But two bits of it. One pro and one unsigned. So the most underrated, not overrated, the most underrated player you played with and why in the pro game, and then the unsigned.
Oh, pro game. I'll do unsigned first.
Go on.
Most underrated would have to be Samir, 100%.
You know what? These two got it, like he literally, like Samir gets a shout out. You know that from Michael.
This guy is about like. Do you know what it is? It's because like he was with me. He was there with me. Everything that I was at, he was at, and we motivated each other. Like sometimes we'd even argue. Like we'll argue about who's a better player. We played different positions.
Yeah.
So like we were semi-angry with each other when we're arguing because we both want to be better than each other. And I think that's legit what motivated me. Like having someone like him.
At least someone.
having someone like him to push me and me push him, and then play a game with him, and he's assisting 3 of my goals. Is like it's both like job done.
Yeah.
We hug and make up. Forget about who's better. Like without his assist, I'm not scoring a goal, and without me scoring a goal, he's not getting an assist. You get me? So
very true.
He's most underrated due to them reasons. The amount of work he's put in. I don't even want to go into detail. You can do a live with Samir, and he can explain his story. But
he's
definitely him. And
Mark, I know for the pain of you two.
wow, pro. Do you know what? There's so many underrated out there, but if I had to choose one.
Wow, this is, I know, guys, I know, like, it's a bit unfair because I've literally put him on the spot here. Like, this is a bad one, but I thought it's better for you guys to be honest. So you know it's true. Like, there's no fixing it.
Pro. Oh my God. Underrated. So wait, this is a mad question because is it underrated because he's been released or underrated still playing pro?
Underrated still playing pro.
Oh. Bearing in mind, I'm not gonna pick a player in like 23s, or I'm gonna pick first team players.
Like, as in he's got to be a glorified plays like not weekly but regularly in the pros. As in.
Bernardo Silva, most underrated.
Bernardo Silva.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, he's most underrated.
Go on. I like it.
Like when he plays for City, like. Some of the stuff he does is crazy, and then when I watch him play, obviously I'm Portuguese, so I watch Portugal. Okay. When I see him play there, it's crazy what he does. Like without him in the squad, I don't know.
Wow, that's a left field chat. I never thought you was going to say that. You know that? Like, I never ever thought that was coming out. All right, decent chat. Question number 5, last and final, and then we'll get some questions from the guys. I want to see Marco's question. Marco's going to give an absolute blind of the questions. You know that? I can see.
This one's the best question, to be honest. Would you do it all over again?
Every day and twice on Sunday. Every day and twice on Sunday. I have no regrets on it. Like, I don't care about the people I pissed off. Excuse my French, guys. Everything like everything I did for a reason. Like the only time I ever did something was for the benefit of the players of Conquest. Like. I have not even 0 regrets. Like I don't even lose sleep over it. I sleep well knowing what I did because the amount of people I did right doing it. Like I just highlighted the system that was so failed and against all of you guys and the youth playing football week in week out. Like I would do it literally every day, twice on Sunday, 3 times again on the following Monday. Like I wouldn't even. Yeah, that was a quick answer. Yeah, I got it. There you go. Like, I can't. I would literally do that every single day. Like, I wouldn't be doing the boys and girls right if I didn't say it like that. Like, someone like you wouldn't be sat there. So if I couldn't get someone again in like 2 years' time to do it, like there's something wrong with it. Like, I keep saying to the boys in here, to you all the time, like if I take away, I would, Faris. I'm sorry. I know things I would, Like, if I took away Michael's money now, like, if I took all of his money away now and give him 0, I promise you he's re-signing the pro. Like, I promise, like, you got my word on it. Like, as in, that is the real motivator to who the good pros are. Like, a lot of people ask me, like, how do you know, like, what you're looking for and how do you rep and play? Like, take everything away from them, yeah? Make them that, like, a naked being in terms of, like, who are they and what they represent. The ones that are true and the real ones are, like, so on, like, Michael Fernandes, there's no mistakes, yeah? There's no, like, oh, sorry, he should have done this, should have done that. He is where he is because he's good. Like, that is it. Winners win. I can't cut it another way for you. Like, I know people don't like to hear it because it's all about fair play and all that crap. Sorry about my French, guys. It's just that is the simplest way. Winners win. Finished. Like, Michael Fernandes is a winner. If he took away his pro now from Colchester, took away his money, he would re-sign a pro somewhere else. So, like, underrate him if you want. All it does is motivate him. Like, you're going to see his name soon, and someone's going to... What we saw... Back. Exactly right. No days off. No days off, Margaret. Exactly right. Okay. Final question from me, and then we'll get our Q&As. Okay. This is like this. He said that's his best one. This is my best one, like by miles. And his response, like, caption this response, guys. I mean it, because if you film from now, I promise you, you'll play this back in 2 years and be like, oh wow, like these guys actually do have a plan. Like, they're not even winging it. Like, I'm giving you honest advice here. Caption what I'm about to ask him and his answer. Why will Michael Fernandes be a household name in 2 years' time?
Why will I?
Yeah, why will Michael Fernandes be a household name in 2 years' time?
Because I won't stop till I get there. That's clear cut. I won't stop till I get there. So 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, I'm gonna do it. Just don't put a time scale on it. I'm gonna do it.
Matter when, not if.
Yeah, literally. When's it gonna happen?
Yeah.
We know it's gonna happen.
I've told you guys, yeah. You've seen the confidence. I promise you that's not fake. As in, you've seen it and heard it here, yeah. I'm gonna open it up, guys. I've got one question that I was asked to ask him beforehand, but then Q&As, guys. Let's give a timer on it because this is meant to be a quick fire Q&A, and this is like we was meant to be taking a few bits, and I've taken like at least half an hour of him out. So well said, Austin. As in, like, I promise you, like, to take the heads up. Like, he's coming. Just leave it like that. He's coming. It's pending. Let's do. It's 7 minutes, guys. You've got 7 minutes to wrap this up. So if you've got any questions, guys, it doesn't matter any age, boys or girls, olders, it does not matter. And that's him being nice. Yeah, it's him being nice as well. Like, as in, trust me, that could have been censored, like uncensored, and it could have been a lot more explicit. I got one because I asked this in the live, so the guys have asked me to get them down there, guys. I will go back up. If you've got questions, I will definitely ask him. I promise you. If you've got one for me, I'm happy to ask, but I do blabber on, so just be a bit careful if you ask me. I'd rather you ask him. It's quick and easy. So perfect club, perfect opposition, perfect outcome. So we need your perfect club that you can play for. So it's like a dream. Your perfect opposition you're playing against, and the perfect outcome. So, like, an example before would be playing Man United, Champions League final against Man City, 90th minute winner. So what's your perfect club, your perfect opposition, and your perfect outcome?
So perfect club is Chelsea. I don't even support them, but I just love the club and how they're set up.
Yeah.
Perfect opposition next.
Yeah.
I was gonna say some madness. Thank God that didn't go out my mouth. Chelsea playing against Arsenal.
Oh, we've got an issue. Is that? I did it. You went off. What was the position?
Arsenal.
Okay, all right, good. Yeah, good.
Arsenal.
Perfect outcome.
Yeah, both tied for the winner in the Prem.
What, decided? League?
Yeah, to win the league.
Ooh, okay. Scoring the winner, yeah?
Yeah. You don't need to ask you that. You know that, bro. Come on, concentrate.
I know what it is. It's Badge falling behind. Fernandes just skips in between right back and right centre half. Blocks it. You know, just like keeper. Just gives it the old... I know. like in money they call it a clutch shot. Harry will be laughing at. In football, that is a money shot. As in, just get like you can get your money. As in, when Michael's in 1-on-1 like that, slipped in behind, it's a money shot. It's over. Just as in, trust me, it's a goal. Put the one up already. Zeno, what advice would you give us on being the standout in my team to get the most opportunities for myself trying to get a pro?
You got to be loud on that pitch. You got to be the busiest person on that pitch. When I mean busiest, I mean you make a mistake, you show your frustration, show how much passion you've got to win. That you need to be a winner. I mean, like, if you're in a team, this probably happens not at pro level, but if you're in a team where maybe the players around you aren't as good as you, show that. Motivate the players though. Make sure you're motivating everyone around you to get where you need to get to. So if someone's not cutting it, like, help him, coach him, what would you do in his situation, and help him.
Yeah.
And make sure everyone can see that. That's what I'd say. So for scouts seeing that, I don't see why you don't at least ask about you.
Yeah. Decent. Keep the questions coming, guys. Gillette, who's hated that question for Conor, what is it you look for in a player before you upset them? This is such a good question, Gil. Like, as in, for me, like, who you are as a person is so much more important than who you are as a footballer. Like, who you are as a human being always outweighs who you are as a footballer. Because if you're a good person, like, he does things wrong. Like, I'll relate to Michael. Yeah, I'm the first to tell him that. But one thing he's one of his best attributes that goes so like under the radar is he's so good at taking criticism. Like, if you can sit down with Michael and say to him, "You've done this wrong," and you can show him he's done something wrong, he's so good at highlighting that. So if someone was saying to me, like, what am I looking to play? Like, who you are as people, like your surroundings, like if you've got a good supportive family, and if you don't have a family for whatever reason, yeah, like, who are you as a person? Because it's easy to be the sub story. It's easy to be like, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that. Like, you choose what you do with your life. So who you are as a person is so much more important than like who you are as like the person that walks out on the street. Like, who are you and what you represent? And I always look for the big. For me, is the big thing is like, what's your what motivates you? What motivates you? Why do you do what you do? For me, it's like so big. Like, the best advice I give Hayden is like, have an identity and like why he does what he does. Like, be a good person because you're doing the right thing. Like, it's so. Zeno, what's the best way to give yourself an opportunity?
Who's he asking? You?
You.
Best way to give yourself an opportunity. Create it. Create the opportunity.
That's it. Honestly, like, I can't even say that's the best answer to give you. I couldn't give you a better answer myself. Like, just create it. Like, I think it was Harry who was saying in the live the other day. So I'll give a shout out to my Harry with Paris. I think Paris did an interview with him where he just said, like, the reason Conquest got to where they got to and the players got signed to where they signed is if you're good, you're good. Like, that's it. Like, cream always rises to the top. Like, as in, you can only be good and better than everyone around you for so long before you notice. Like, don't fall into that trap of like, oh, I'm not getting seen. I've been the best player for 2 years. Like, you're kidding yourself. Like, you couldn't have been the best player every single week, every single training, every single game. You'd be picked up. Like, honestly, like, create your own opportunity. Be the best in everything you do. Like, cream rises always. Marco wants to ask you, Michael, what's the main thing you want to achieve in your career? That's such a good question, Marco.
In my career, football-wise or out of football?
Let's do both. That's such a good question, Marco, boy.
So, both. Give my parents a life that they could only dream of. And within football, play at a top level for like a consistent time.
Like, I knew Marco was coming. I knew it. I told you, I knew it was coming. I knew Marco was having this plan. He was waiting as well.
He wrote that for ages. Look how he's putting the dash and that in. Question mark.
Michael, who was your favourite team playing for?
Obviously Conquest. Obviously, like,
yeah.
That's where all the work was put in. That's where I was excited. But playing pro now, like, I'm just waiting for my debut. Like, that will obviously, that's like the outcome of playing my Conquest days. Like, that's like, that's a tick. Boom. Do you get me?
This is a good one as well, Zeno. Or this is going to be controversial. Guys, I'm going to give 3 minutes final questions, yeah? Zeno's giving a good one. This is controversial, Zeno, because you'll see my opinion on it when my interview comes out with Shane, and then Michael's got a similar view to me on this. So, yeah, you're going to get a bit of a different response than you expect on this. How important is someone who's hard-working to someone with talent but no work ethic?
Right, then.
Yeah, I agree as well.
Zeno's got better questions still.
How important is someone who's hard-working to someone with talent but no work ethic?
Oh.
I'll do my Zeno, like, basically at Conquest, like, listen, I don't give broad terms because I always want Conquest to be able to express themselves, and that's a big part of us. I personally, I'm not going to go in depth because I'll be here forever, I don't believe in talent. Like, I don't believe in the word talent. I don't believe in anything about someone's got talent. I think it's so minded and stupid, excuse me if I'm insulting someone, like, to think that someone, whether it be God, Allah, whatever you believe in, whatever it is, to point down and go, Michael Fernandes, yes, you've got talent. Like, I think that's so narrow-minded, and it's also an insult to all the players that have worked their absolute backsides off to get to where they got to. That's just my opinion. Like, I would normally go more further, but I don't want to be here forever, so I don't want to take limelight. And I know Michael's got a similar view of it, so we've got other questions. But it's a good question, but for us, and I know a lot of Congress have got the same thing, like, I don't believe in talent. Like,
Yeah, just to clarify, Messi wasn't born with talent.
Yeah, like, to say Messi and Ronaldo born with talent, to me, is just so, it's such an, and it insults everyone that's worked hard every day of their life. Like, that's just my opinion. Listen, everyone's got something different. It's a good argument that's been going on for a long time. Samir says, where to next after Colchester? Oh my God, Sankin's question, that is horrible. Wow, Sankin.
Yeah, that question I'm reading up thinking.
Wow, Sankin. Samir says, where to next after Colchester?
I'm not going to say an exact club, but after Colchester, I'd say Championship.
Yeah, love it. Marco's got the answers as well. You know, Marco should be employed. You know that, Michael. As in, Marco, you're doing your PR. So that's the answer, the top. That's such a good answer for him. Marco's going to top.
Yeah.
Decent from Marco. All right, I've got to ask you. I don't know how I can get on the butt for this one. England calls you up. Portugal calls you up for World Cup. Who you choosing and why? Wow, Sankin, this is literally a killer. Like, this is such a killer question.
Because I ain't played for none of them, hopefully after Colchester, sign Real Madrid, stay in Spain for 4 years and sign for Spain.
That's just an avoid. That's an avoid the question.
Nah, it's got to be. Oh, boy, I don't know. England got a couple ballers, so we'll win everything. And then Portugal, still Portugal.
Yeah. He wants to be following Ronaldo. Listen, Michael's another believer in Ronaldo being the GOAT, so I think he wants to try and take over the reins. All right, guys, we've got 2 minutes left. Final chance, guys. 2 minutes. Any of you got questions, guys?
Shut up.
Honestly, guys, do not be afraid to ask. There's no bad questions. Ask away, guys. You are more than happy to do that. I've got Mozambique blockers up here as well. Michael, how hard did you work compared to others in Conquest? That's further up, but just if you answer it.
Wait, who asked that?
There he is. Zeno asked again. How hard did you work for the pro compared to everyone else? Yeah, he just rephrased it there.
Do you know what I used to do? I'll be real. Let you into a little secret. Don't let Samir hear this one though. So every time, like, we was doing, if you join the Conquest lives and you see them doing a Maximus, Maximus.
That word. That's literally like, you say Maximus, everyone on the fitness session just goes down. It's fine.
If you see, like, we're doing a Maximus, so it's 40, 40, 40, I'll do 42.
Decent.
Even if that means Samir's already on the next exercise, I'm still doing 42, so I couldn't care less. I'm doing more than him. But I'm sure, like, there was days where Samir's probably doing the same thing. So the answer is that I would never know if I'm working harder, but in my head I am. So I just cared about me.
Yeah. Decent. Why life?
Yeah.
Comes to the end ball. What's the best way to move up in the football world playing at a decent adults level? Good question. Good question.
You just got to listen to your coaches and be able to adapt to different managers, I guess, because if you're moving up, you're going to move across a lot of different managers, different styles. You might have to adapt your style of playing. So I think listening to your coaches and taking in what they want.
Good question.
Last one, surely.
So yeah, I'm gonna do one more because I knew that one was coming. These are the last two guys. Soggy Green Breads. What time do you wake up every day, and does going vegetarian help improve fitness? He's actually a vegan, not vegetarian. Soggy Green Breads, but good question. So do you want me to ask the vegan? Yeah. So does going vegan?
What time do I wake up every day? So when I'm in Colchester, we start training we gotta be in at 9 o'clock for breakfast. So wake up at about 8 o'clock, go to training. And does being vegan? Yeah, being vegan, 100%, 1,000,000,000%. I mean, when I wasn't vegan, obviously, and then I done the transition, I saw a big difference in my energy levels. So fitness, I mean, you still got to train to be fit. Just not eating meat's gonna improve your fitness. But yeah, I'm sure if you went vegan for, I don't know, 3 weeks, you'd see a big difference.
Okay, last question for Mike. I'll let him go, guys. I'll finish it off on the last one because I know he's got something else he's got to do, but we do appreciate his time. Zeno, I'll answer your one myself.
Nah, Conor, wait. Let me do it. You take very long.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So advice for me: currently playing step 5. I'm 16, trying to get a pro. Smash it. All you need to do is get goals, get assists, and I'm guarantee you someone will notice. Conor wakes up at 5 a.m. to get the day started. There's so many funny stories I could tell you about Conor waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Ads, because you're my guy. MF, what's the right back sack at Colchester? What's their best attribute? They're explosive, to be fair. Our right backs are quite explosive from first team down to the 18s, to be fair. Like they look for quick right backs, quick left backs, and good on the ball. So they like them to bomb on and get in with the attack. Gabriel quickly, I released from FC Academy, got advice to get back into the pro environment. You just got to keep motivated, keep training. Do what you done when you first got signed. Go back to basics, start again. Work your way back up. And then this time, don't let it go. Work harder when you get there. MF, miss watching you at Farnborough. Big baller. Thank you, D2 Active.
Okay, guys. Can we all give Michael a big thumbs up? We want to appreciate him, guys. And yes, they can, Johannes, or 13-year-old can. You can go all the way up to 18, 19, even you can go further if you want. But anything from 8, so when you turn 9, you can sign a contract all the way up. Guys, the reason in here, so if you want to know more about Michael's story, okay, we have an in-depth interview with the journalists we use, Shane McDermott and Michael. It's on the Conquest Co YouTube page. So please go on to the Conquest Co YouTube page. You can subscribe, turn notifications on, but if you look and search Conquest Michael Fernandes, you'll see his full interview there. It's a really, really good story, guys, and he picks up a lot further than all of the things that he's gone into there. So it's, come on again. Don't, son, please. Please get on the YouTube, guys. I promise you it's a good watch. You won't regret it, guys. And it is a really inspiring story. Michael, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. Guys, thank you for tuning in. I'm going to let Michael go now, and I'll send you off while we talk about everything here. I will look forward to seeing everyone, guys. We are live every day. 12 o'clock your football, 12 to 1 Monday to Saturday. 5 o'clock your fitness, 5 till 6. All ages, mums or dads, boys or girls, it doesn't matter. All abilities. Thank you. Can you get your big contact? Thank you very much, guys. I will see everyone later. Thank you for the support.